Hello everybody and welcome back to the labs. I am Towsty and thank you for joining me here on another episode of ResonantRise. Wow, 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 wow. Oh yeah. I am having a lot of fun with this pack. Oh my goodness. And I say that I think like every episode. It's either exciting and or fun, but today is both. So as you can see, my armor has changed a little bit yet again and it looks pretty bad in my opinion. This is the first thing in Thaumic that I have seen that looks terrible. I don't like this hat at all, but I have made the Thaumium Fortress helmet and I've re-enchanted it, and oh my goodness, this was a pain. And I've upgraded it with goggles of revealing. Thaumium Fortress helmet is kind of a new thing in Thaumcraft, and I've just been doing a lot of research and placing of things and testing things and unfortunately breaking and rebuilding things off camera. A lot of what I've been doing the last little bit has been breaking and replacing things off camera. Oh my goodness, it's been a mess. But here we are right now. I have got a couple focuses here. I've got the one focus of excavation and the portable hole now. I think you guys saw me make the excavation, although I don't really remember. Been doing a lot of research. Let me pull out let's just clean up a little bit here. Let me pull out my Thauminomicon and show you. So over here, I've basically tried to get across I'm working on something in Thaumcraft, and don't worry, this isn't necessarily a full magic episode. If you're not into Thaumcraft, then you're right up there with me, because this is like the first time I've really even enjoyed playing with it. I'm trying to get all of the forbidden magic or forbidden knowledge. I'm trying to build up my warp. There's another tab of this that's supposed to open up to do some more research into some cooler stuff, but it's not working. Like, I feel like I've done pretty much all of the research that I can see that is forbidden, and yet still no dice on the whole, like, hey dude, you need to, stop being such a tool with your warpness and research Eldritch stuff. So I'm trying to unlock the Eldritch tab. It's not working so well, but as you can see, I've done a lot of research and used very little of it, just trying to unlock stuff. Haven't done anything really in here. AutomateG, I've done a little bit as well. Basically, I want to make this at some point because it's gorgeous. Done a little bit of Thaumic tinkering just because I figured there'd be warp in here. This is kind of one of the oldest Thaumcraft add-ons, if not the oldest Thaumcraft add-on. And I'm just trying to see where I can go with this. I've done nothing in here, even though a lot of it is forbidden. I just don't know if this counts towards building up your warp. And obviously, Energistics I haven't done any more since last time, although it does appear that... What is this? Ooh. Apparently if I put quartz in, I can make quartz. I wish it did that with nether quartz, but let's check this out. I've added this since last time, I believe. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Okay, so this here is the Thaumatorium, or I believe it's what it's called, the alchemical construct. It does something rather interesting. This takes the crucible, which, as you may have seen downstairs, is no longer here. I've removed the crucible, and gives it a way of being less annoying and automatable, if that makes sense. You feel oddly drained. I know, I'm exhausted. It's been such a long Christmas season, and it's coming to a close today, or tomorrow, or something like that. So, window, magic window. Anyways, so I've been doing some work, ignore this. So this is the alchemical construct. Basically, this takes essentia from the jars and things like you would use for this. And given a catalyst, a single item such as quartz, it'll say, oh, hey, you want to do the Cirrus quartz doubling? Click me and then feed me with this essentia. And for as many catalysts as you put in here, we'll do this. So that's kind of a terrible example. Let me give you a better one and a poor explanation at that. Say I want a bunch of thaumium. All you do is you put in some iron. It says, okay, this is the catalyst for making thaumium in the Thaumatorium or alchemical construct. I don't really know what they're called. You click it. It looks in my system. Now, this is kind of special. So, typically it feeds from the jars. I obviously have this fancy computer system full of essentias, and it's feeding from this. Now, that brings us to another thing that I've had to make, but the only way for me to get this to work was to actually put an essential provider right next to it. You don't need to fill it with water, you just got to have it heated, so there's some Nitor down there. Put some glowstone in here, you can make Nitor as well. So it's pretty cool. Like, the stuff that you can do is pretty awesome with that. And it makes things really simple. You don't bleed out extra aspects with stuff. So I've moved my node as I've been talking about doing, and I actually, it may look a little different to you. Not much different. It's actually shockingly close, but these do, once you've energized the node, it seems like you probably don't want to move it ever again, because it seems to struggle with the returning to a not energized node. Basically, I de-energized it and moved it, and in that process, it turned into a pale node and just sort of failed into oblivion. So I tried making many more. I tried and failed. In fact, I have broken so many nodes. I have hundreds of those little squiggly things that fall out of the nodes when you break. I have so many of them now, which is good for melting into aspects if you need Aurum, which I do a lot of the time. So that's kind of this aspect of Thaumic. I have made my Thaumium Fortress helmet, which... Oh yeah, I've also obviously researched the advanced node stabilizer. This is pretty cool. So the node stabilizer basically locks off the node as it is. It halves its recharge rate and just sort of keeps it to itself. Then the advanced node stabilizer does the same thing, except it doesn't quite lock it off as much, and it like completely nullifies the regen of the node. So if you were to drain some of the power from a node and then put this guy on it, it wouldn't regenerate at that point. You'd have to turn this thing off. But what it does do is it allows nodes to feed into it that are smaller. So if you have, say, our node over here surrounded by 5 or 6 bigger nodes for some reason, none of them will feed into it. But because this is the advanced stabilizer, if they're smaller in overall essence count, then it'll actually feed into the node, so long as the transducer isn't turned on, obviously. Once it's energized, I don't think you can feed into it anymore. Although I will have to check that. I haven't really checked that yet. So I put this over here. It's a bit... excuse me. Sorry, I am so tired. It's a bit kind of out of the way. Then we'll just have some relays coming up over here, and everything's working fine on that count. I moved our wheat farm because it was no longer working. So I just kind of tossed it over here. I have made a lamp of fertility and sort of tested that out. That took forever to get working. There's a glowing lamp there because I made 2 for some reason, and you need them when you do the infusion of the lamp of fertility. So let's just head back over to the helmet here though to show you guys what's what. So the Thaumium Fortress armor, I can actually make a bunch of different things. Basically, you take Thaumium armor and do the infusion, and I'll probably do the rest of these very soon. I hadn't really thought about doing that for some reason. So I'll make a bunch of Thaumium. I was limited by my Thaumium, actually, is why I stopped at the helmet. But that's all right. We'll make more eventually. And I've also unlocked infusion enchanting. I don't know if I can do this to my foci, but I kind of want to find out. It doesn't look like I can add silk touch, repair, haste, potency, frugal, treasure, protection, fire protection, blast protection, feather falling, respiration. Oh, it did have silk touch. Yeah, there it is. So Silk Touch, level 1. I'll probably try this one first. I can get most of this pretty easy, except for maybe Meadow there. Just to check, though. Oh, you're kidding me. Thanks for nothing. Well, I do need that eventually, but that's all right. Book. Sweet, I actually have an extra. I didn't expect that. Let's do this. Let's go into our focus pouch. Let's pull out one of these. Can we enchant this guy just as it is? Unbreaking? Oh, we can. It just requires a lot of levels. Or at least it looks like... Sorry. Backtracking a little. So, I'm going to work on upgrading that. And then I'll probably also try and upgrade my runic protection. Because I have also been able to make this guy. The Amulet of V Storage. Which is almost full, actually. The Amulet of V Storage is like a big battery, and it took the place of one of my runic shields, so I do need to upgrade them pretty badly because unbreaking. Man, these take levels. potency. 54 bookcases required. How is that a thing? Frugal? This is interesting. So let's just say, I don't know what that does. Let's do potency. 3. Equip. What if I do frugal now? Levels. Awesome. So potency. That's awesome. That means it's more effective, right? Oh yeah, a lot faster. Almost too fast. Sorry. Anyways, I hadn't actually thought about doing that at any point. Either way, so we're just gonna keep on filling up our XP as we come down here. That's gonna take a bit of work. I gotta figure out how to get. I might get into Botania to add those like mana pylon things to give more XP. I know I can add. See, I don't know if it's in this version of Thaumcraft. There's a way of upgrading your wand abilities differently, but that might still be in like Patreon beta. So that's unfortunate. There's a bit of a hole in my roof there. Yeah, that's very strange, actually. So that was what I was looking for, but I guess I can just regularly enchant them. I didn't know that. So, and if I can put Silk Touch on with the infusion one, that's great. So that's kind of what's going on in the wonderful world of Thaumcraft. The only thing that I've really done differently tech-wise is this, is I put a little MFR farm. Now I may change this to a golem farm eventually, just for power's sake. Like I don't need to have the power cables running all the way over here at that point, and I just realized that I have the research for that. But this little guy, you know, it's running off of the herba. The herba has to be piped in directly into lamp of growth. I hate that. It used to just kind of float over. I don't like. This is what killed Thaumcraft 4 was amazing. And then the piping system started, and I was out. The essential tubes, that's what really killed it for me. And I'm glad that I've been able to get around that, and I don't have to use them that much. So that's pretty cool. Anyways. So this is because I needed, for this helmet, for the fortress helmet, and for eventually the other fortress stuff, I'm going to need the, what do you call it? I need Precontatio aspect melted down, and this is one of the easiest things to get that has it. So let's just head up over here. I've really just set it up. Let's check two things. Let's check our gunpowder level. It's been about a day. Wow, I got loads of gunpowder. Wheat. I was having a lot of problems with wheat, even though I moved the farm. Like ridiculous problems. I'm just not getting any. This thing uses it too fast for this. So I might have to add some sprinklers and see if that helps create a surplus. If it does, I'll change back to wheat, because wheat gives you a better bonus in here. So I changed it to seeds because I have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of seeds. But seeds is only a 2x multiplier for that process. And as you can see, we got 17,000 seeds there. And so that's what I've changed this to do my hooch. And then I've still got gunpowder and redstone, and I'm not anywhere even close to getting low on redstone. So we're doing really, really well for powering it with those vats. So well, I might need to actually expand that system a little bit, but that's all right. None of this other than that has really changed that I can think of. Added more pedestals, added some Natura here and there. Yeah, I think that's it for that. So we have updated the pack to, gosh, why do I always, like, ResonantRise Experimental Main 3.1.2, I think is, or 3.2 point something. I don't know. It's the newest beta release as of the 21st, I believe, of December. That's not what, today's not the 21st, today's the 23rd. I just took a couple days to update it. So it's updated, and it added a mod I was really hoping they would eventually, and it is the AE2 Stuff mod. Really only adds a couple things. It was something I was really looking forward to playing with in my MechStation pack that I was going to put together, and then found out that ResonantRise basically does all of what I wanted to do in MechStation better. Yeah. Anyways, really excited about that. Here we go. Poop. I wasn't sure if I was going to need to have an energy acceptor for it, which is why I have one. So I've made this. It's not that hard to make. 6 crystal growth accelerators. So really you just need a lot of fluics, a cable, a chest, and a hopper. Now I actually had the 2 crystal growth accelerators down here, and foolishly I made 6 more. So I have 2 in my system now. So we're just gonna plop this guy down here so I can show you how this works. Get this out of the way. This thing is awesome. Here we go. So, crystal growth chamber and energy acceptor are now my friends. Pretty easy. All you have here is an inventory. What do we put in this inventory? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's go up and get some quartz, dust, and some sand. And then let's hop down here. And let's make these into seeds. So I have a stack of pure quartz seeds. Here we go. It's an inventory-based seed system, which means I can make a magnet and not have to worry about it pulling up the crafting of these things. So just throw an interface on there, import bus, item conduit, who knows what, and it'll make these become a thing. So that is awesome, and it's very fast, obviously. Still takes a lot of power, but no biggie. So that's happening. That I made off camera because I just couldn't wait until I was in front of my computer to record. It's just something I've been looking forward to making. So, that's why we came up here. Nether wart. So I got a stack. I had to wait for it to fill at least one slot of the planter stack before I would start collecting them, but here we go. I need that Praecatatio because I need it to make my other armor bits, and I'll do that off camera. And I also was thinking about getting into a couple things today, one of which was not something I had really planned on even looking at on this playthrough, was remote IO. I used remote IO a long time ago, like before it really had a whole lot of this going on. It was really only a couple blocks, and one of the things I really liked about it was the it's not even here anymore, the lava heater. I thought that was great. But other than that, I didn't use a whole lot. It didn't have the scout. You know, this was a long time ago. Ooh, no. So, anywho, long story short, I was looking at some of the stuff that it has today. Basically, what remote I/O is like wireless transmission. You basically have a remote I/O block, which I believe is this. You kind of hook it up to something, and you hook another one up, and you link the two. And they have to be within a few blocks of each other, but you can increase the range of those energy transfer, Essentia transfer chip. That's awesome. Item transfer chip. I believe there used to be a way, maybe you can't anymore, but you used to be able to increase the range of which these two things can be far from each other and add like dimensional ranges as well, so that you could essentially wirelessly move things. It's kind of like a tesseract. I'm really not explaining this very well or doing the mod justice, but it was really cool. It's kind of like the transvector interface from Thaumic Tinkerer, where I could put the interface here, connect a power cable to it, and then link it to this alloy smelter, and the alloy smelter would get power from it. Would essentially extend the side that I've linked it to. So if I link it to the front, to this block, where all 6 sides of the transvector interface would be linked to the front of this. It's kind of the same system, except you can do it with AE networks. So you could wirelessly extend your AE network like through a 4 or 5 brick wall and then continue it again. So that could be interesting and really powerful with Buildcraft. And I just saw the Essential one too, so it's just like, oh boy, this is going to be awesome. So I might look at that a little bit. The other one that I would really have liked to start today, even though we're already 20 minutes into the episode, is magic. Oh boy, it's gone. No, it's techno magi. Now, you may remember I started this, or I don't even know if I recorded me doing it, but I kind of started this in Karma, and it never really, it wasn't functional. So I'm going to play around a bit with it and make sure it doesn't crash me hardcore, and then we're going to come back and see what it does, because that's what I really like to get into. But we'll be right back. All right, guys, here goes nothing. Let's do this. This is how I believe you're supposed to get started. I need a couple iron rods from Technology. I need a chest with said iron rods, which makes us a rudimentary staff with the enhancement of nothing. And then let's get the gold like so, and let's just get a gold staff, because why not? Or a gold rod, not a gold staff, gold rod. And then we need some Ethereum, which you get is an ore added by Technology. And you need a bit more gold, actually. We'll grab one of these and a couple of iron and a few redstone. All right, so if I understand this correctly, this might be broken. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Whoop, that's interesting. Whoop, whoop. Anyways, I gotta hit the air, not that. Let's try this now. Huh. It does not appear to be working. It says it's broken. I guess it was broken. Sad movies. Oh well. That's really sad, actually. So apparently, I was just reading their wiki there, and you have to choose like a specialization, and that's how you get started. But their entire system of research and magic and all that stuff is changing, and so as December 8th, this version that we have on the server right now was put up, and the next version will fix the research system. Now, development of this was stalled for some time, but has very much so taken off. So that sucks. I was really looking forward to doing that today. Let's just check our nether wart situation. It's only been a few minutes. I'm curious now that it's coming in full swing, how we're doing, and if I need to refill the herba. No, it's still okay. All right, that's great. Very nice. Okay, so here's what's going on here. I did, in fact, enchant my my excavation focus, and I gave it treasure 1 and frugal 3, so it should take less ascension now, but that's not the last one. Now that I know that I can enchant them, I'll probably be doing more of these things, and definitely getting some of the cooler cores. Cool cores. Cool. Anyways, so that may happen soon, but I'm not going to do that. I'm sure you guys are kind of Thaumic out a little bit at least, but this is temporarily anyways my shovel. That's what I've been using as my shovel, and I'll just save my other one for when I need Soak Touch. I think it's safe to say that I can come over here and unenchant these. No? What if I repair them first? Wow, it doesn't... I think just because of the way that I enchanted those, I'm not able to. So that's not a big deal. I'm actually just going to throw these away. Don't need them no more. But there goes all my levels. That's all right. So I don't know what I was limited by last time, bookshelves or what, but if we look at any sort of enchanting information, it doesn't look like there's an extra like shelf that I could use. I could use the osmotic enchanter and use my essences to enchant things, but I don't really want to do that right now. Unless... Oh, that's interesting. Unless I can, well, no, see, yeah, I don't want to do that. So yeah, there's not really anything in here except for those mana pylons that will help with my enchanting that I'm aware of right now. So I may use the osmotic enchanter to enchant some of my other stuff, but probably not right now. I'm a little bit lost, though. That techno-magic thing was all I had planned. I had kind of a rough day and was just kind of wanting to come record something. I was like, you know, I could really have some fun with techno-magic right now. But it seems a little broken. So that's sad. I did want to start getting into RF tools, but I don't even know where to start, like, at all. So we're going to hold off on that. I am going to clear this up soon. I did want Reclaimer just to kind of see this structure next time he logged on. So I'm just going to leave it there. I don't really need... I'm not hurting for ender pearls at all right now. I got loads. More than I can handle, really. There we go. We're already full of our inventory. Boop. Boop. I do need to increase the speed at which my system takes on stuff. So right now, I wonder if there's a way for me to get the power I need. No items go that way right now, right? No, they don't. So let's restructure this a little bit. I'm going to have to do that, actually. Well, to be honest. Oh, no, that's going from the ender pouch. So it's... Or in the ender chest. I forgot that wasn't coming from there. I do need to increase the speed in this greatly. But these speed upgrades aren't cheap. So let me just do a bit of work. I'm going to have to do some mass production of alloys, and then we'll be back. Well, I know I said it wasn't going to be a big magic episode, but I just don't... oh boy, you know, not with that techno magic thing has really screwed up my plans a little bit. I'm so tired. I just like ran in circles trying to figure out what to do next. So we're going to actually finish off the legs of this armor, because I just remembered I couldn't really put the chest in with that there. So maybe there's a way of infusing those two together eventually. I don't know what it is though. So here we go. This should work. Just gonna check this out for a second. I also don't know why I cleared all this stuff off my inventory, but freaking course that already happened. Leather, so I need some thaumium here. One thing I figured out is I said, and I'm gonna start a farm for this for sure. I said that I wish you could duplicate quartz the same way you could nether quartz. Well, as it turns out, you can. So that's really exciting. All right, this is all being pulled in. And what makes that really exciting for me is I'm going to see if I can make a farm out of this. And that is going to be a big deal, because one of the things that I need to set up next, and that could be what I do for the last few moments of this video, is a way of auto-crafting these. I'm going to need millions of these blocks. So I'm going to set up a way to make a barrel of them real quick, and hopefully that all goes okie dokie. What are you waiting on? Oh no. I thought that might have blown off, but I couldn't tell. Perfect. All right. So, protection 4, unbreaking, last stand, XP boost. Now we got this. Oh, it's so... The textures, don't get me wrong, are not horrible in and of themselves, but they just don't mix well. And they don't really fit Buildcraft. I mean, they fit some of the new stuff. Some of the new textures of the mobs they have, very, very cool. Good job, Buildcraft. But overall, yeah. Protection, unbreaking, XP boost, and last stand. Boom. Enchanted. Our armor just keeps going up and up. So that's cool. That one's supposed to happen. So let me show you this. If I hop over to our thaumatorium here, though, what I can do is I can do this. And using a bit of aqua, this one and this one, I can't remember what they're called anymore, it'll actually just double my quartz. So that's really cool. But I don't really remember. This I can get from sugarcane. Yeah, so there's the aqua. Redstone is that. Coal is that. What else is that? So I'd kind of rather not rely on diamonds for that glass thing. I'm hoping there's another way to get it. Amber, not my favorite decision either. I was really hoping it was something that I could farm a little bit. So I'll have to look into that. But we're going to call it quits on that because I do need some of those aspects actually. So we're just going to take everything out of here and throw it in our ME system. Now that I'm happy I got that upgrade, I am going to throw these in here, and maybe somebody else will want them someday, but won't be me. So that's cool. Really happy I was able to check that off my list at least. I will look into farming a little bit of this stuff, but I don't think, until I can figure out what those aspects are going to require, if there's anything, any plant or something that I can grow, I bet I could do cotton and a tree farm to get either or I could do a tree farm to make charcoal, I guess, to farm this. Is I don't think I've scanned charcoal even. Do I have any charcoal? No. So let's do this, I guess. Probably doesn't have any energy. It's a dumb place for this. You there, become charcoal. Quickly, 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 now. Go faster. I need to get redstone or thermal expansion machines in here and fully upgraded. I need to get IC2 machines in here. Well, not in. That problem is I can't expand very far because I know I have to move again. It's always, I hate moving. I have to do a lot in real life too. There we go. Charcoal. See, that I could do. I could do a tree farm for that one. What does glass have in it? Ooh, nothing apparently. And then I could do a cobblestone into sand. There we go. So that's how I could do it. I could set up this farm very, very, very easily, actually. It'll take a bit of time, but it's not going to be hard. Then feed quartz into that machine and those pieces into those over there. I will probably have individual alchemical furnaces for it and just plop a alembic on them and import from them. So it'll take a sort of maybe a separate... I might have to come off the bottom here because this is going to be a whole other set of channels, and I'll need charcoal as 1, 2, and sugarcane as 3, so it's 5, 6. Maybe I won't use sugarcane. Maybe I can use the leaves or something from the trees. No, that doesn't include the water. Yeah, sugarcane has 3. Maybe I can use ice. I could use the thermal expansion machine to get ice. Packed ice. I know I can make this with Thaumic in that machine as well. Apparently I can put it into a crucible with some snow. Let's go see if I can find me some snowballs, huh? Oh, poop. I fell in this stupid thing. Alright, where's my... I don't think this will drop snowballs, will it? Oh. What do you know? I love being able to fly, even if it is not the most fuel-effective flight in the world. Well, still, I'm going to check this out, and then we're going to wrap this up for the night. I'm sorry it was kind of a, like, recap and nonsense episode. Let's make some ice. I should have a bit of this, right? No? I might need to get me some more snow, actually, because that is... I think that's what's going to have that gellum. Gellum? Not gellum. Maybe? Doesn't really matter if I get the dirt here, does it? I do have to tear down this, like, whole mountain at some point to do what I want to do. So, yeah, snowballs. Oops. Okay. No? All right. And oh, why do these only stack? I've always wondered that. Why do these stack to 16? I mean, they're snowballs. Come on. There we go. So let's just grind these down into snow, huh? And that should make some ice for me. Sweet. But it doesn't have the aqua. Oh, that's a shame. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. For some reason, I'm like, yeah, that happens, but it's not a big deal. It won't actually happen. Oh, well. All right, guys. I'm so sorry for just the complete randomness of this episode. If you did somehow see past all that and enjoy it, though, leave me a like or a subscribe. And it does help to have the channel grow and to allow me to put out more of this stuff. So, thumbs it up. All right, guys. Until next time, though, I've been Towsty. Hope you've enjoyed hanging out in the labs. Hang up your lab coats on the way out, and I'll see you next time. Deuces.